We appreciate you guys all coming out on this nasty Michigan weather day. And we hoped it would be nicer out, but we appreciate you folks coming. So I am Diane's sister, her oldest sister, the wisest one, Kim. And we're here to unfortunately memorialize Ron Joseph Braun, and to celebrate his life. And he would have wanted us to celebrate life because he was full of life and he was a fun guy. So to get things started, just a few quick housekeeping issues. There's the restroom. If you can't hear me at any time, raise your hand and I'll try to speak louder. Okay, so after I do my little spiel, everyone will be able to get up and share a memory if you'd like, or a funny anecdote or something about Ron. Not just anything you want to say, but relating to Ron.
Can that one lady share her recipe?
That's up to her.
Sure I can. No, I can.
Okay, so
What do we talk about? I'll get it.
So funny enough, Ron grew up in St. Clair Shores, as Diane and the rest of her family did. So things went full circle, even though they didn't know each other in St. Clair Shores. But they later met. He attended South Lake High School. Any South Lakers here?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh.
so
Well, I'll interrupt for a second if I can.
certainly.
Ron grew up with me, and my brother was best friends with Ron. They were in a band, they went to South Lake, and I actually was a year younger than his sister, Eileen, who we both had boyfriends that were best friends. So I spent the night a lot of times at Ron's house with Eileen, and Ron was a little boy, and, like everybody.
As a child, right?
Okay, yeah,
And so were you, right?
yes. So I have great memories of Ron.
Well, that's
Definitely.
wonderful. Thank you for sharing. So he was in a band, and it was called Legal Tender, and he was known at school as Rocking Ronnie because he loved music, and he loved to share his music with everyone. And I don't know who in this group, other than Diane and Brad and Dylan, that he shared his music with. And that's right, the whole family, because on holidays, we'd all gather at Mary's house. She was the main attraction, and we'd
Yeah, baby.
eat and sing. Yeah, she's the best cook of the group.
And I was a cleaner.
Yeah,
They were the guests.
yeah. I just sat with my feet up. Anyways, so we'd gather, and Ron would play his guitar, and Dylan would play his guitar, and Nick would play his guitar, and everyone would sing. And I would even sing off key, but nobody cared.
Don't forget Katrina.
Oh, and Katrina, that's right, she would play her ukulele.
Yes.
That's right. So Ron was a mechanical engineer. He went to Macomb and got his degree and really had a love for mechanics and everything that it involved. And he worked at various shops. He even owned his own shop at one time. And it was called what was it called? Ron? No, not Rock and Ride. That would be a good one. I just stole that one from you. No, Associates? Was that what it was? Associates?
A&J Associates.
Okay, A&J Associates. So anyways, then his last place of employment, did anyone in this group work with Ron at the end? He worked at Central Gear Company. Yeah, you worked with Ron, but you did woodworking with him. And I was going to get to that. You're pushing me along a little
Let
bit.
the girls.
Okay, I'll cut to the chase. So he loved woodworking, and Diane has some of his displayed items here. He was a phenomenal woodworker. He worked in his garage. He did anything from small items to very large items. In fact, he made their kitchen table. Now, who could do that? How many of us could make a kitchen
Well,
table?
something that he made is in whose house?
In
Who's that?
our-
Who's that guy in California? The actor.
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Oh, Will Smith.
Yeah.
Really?
You should have told me that
One of
before.
his kaleidoscopes
Little
is in
kaleidoscope
Will Smith's house.
And he made those big portholes.
Oh, yes, he made some portholes for another celebrity.
For ship.
Yes. I mean,
Ron had a dear friend named Eileen Dykes. Eileen Dykes was a designer. And to give you, for instance, if you wanted Eileen Dykes to design your house, it would be 10 grand just to walk in your house. She noticed Ron's work, that he made these little kaleidoscope eggs, shaped like an egg, kaleidoscope. And she asked Ron, I have nothing to give my clients. What can I give my clients? Can you make about 20 of these kaleidoscope eggs for me? Because they have everything. So a few of his kaleidoscope eggs are in Will Smith's house, Hillary Duff, Julia Roberts.
Wow.
That's very cool.
I have something he made.
So he also had some,
I'm not as famous as them.
he also had some help in the garage. He had a mentor, a mentee. And what's your name again, hon?
My name's Shannon.
Shannon. What was his nickname for you?
He called me Juniper.
Juniper.
Yeah.
And then he also had the little woodchucks. Raise your hand, woodchucks. Madison and Alyssa. And they would help in his woodworking shop, and he just adored them. They are Diane's godchildren, and he kind of included them and was their pseudo-godfather. And then he met my sister, my silly sister, and he was silly, and they loved being silly together.
That's the
And
name Chester.
yes, and I'll tell you about that in a minute, how Chester came about, for those of you who don't know. But he ended up taking 5 buses, five buses to see her. And that was incredible. I mean, it's hard for me to walk down the street, let alone take 5 buses. And so he knew that she was special. And they loved each other they're very compatible, they respected each other, they loved each other,
We were goofy together.
they were goofy together.
Read each other's minds.
God gave us a wonderful large heart so we could love more than one person in our lifetime. And my sister has great love for many of the people here today, as she did Ron. And they really, truly were a loving couple. And I know that Diane and Brad and Dylan miss him every single day, as many of us do. And I knew he knew that people were going to miss him because he had written somewhere once eulogy, must have been goofing around or something, and he wrote a eulogy about himself. And he said, his eulogy said, Ron will be missed by all. And it's true. Yeah. And so they met in 2014, got married in 2016.
We talked, our first chat was in December of 13. We messaged each other till March, and then we met in March.
Was it one continual?
One continual
One
text.
continual text?
Yes. As people who know Diane, she can text
You guys
a
are
lot.
bad. You guys are bad.
I'm not serious.
You're good.
Okay, so we appreciate you guys coming out today. And I know that Ron touched each and every one of you. And he loved each and every one of you. He adored my sister. He loved Brad and Dylan. And he taught them so many things. He taught Brad how to do, what is that you do, honey?
Parlor beads?
Yes, parlor beads. He used his wisdom and guidance with Dylan and Dylan's dad, and he also encouraged Dylan's love of music. And they would cook together many, many times. Okay, now, since you all have eaten, we're going to just take a quick little second, and each person who wants to come up can just take the microphone and share a little story or anecdote or whatever you want to say about Ron. Keep it clean, because there's a mixed company here, but please, feel free to do that.
Can I go first?
You can go first. Oh, I was going to go first. And I'll let you go first. It's all about me. Okay, real quickly, I'm going to tell you, again, my name's Kim. I don't know if I said that.
Yes.
Okay, I'm saying it again. And I had some visual aids here. But anyways, he would make these wonderful wine stoppers. And at Christmas, we stopped giving gifts to each other. But Ron felt it was very important to spread his love and his love of woodworking. So every Christmas, he'd wrap up one of his items that he made. He made a pen for Mary. He made
Ornaments.
He made and
He made a baseball bat for Mason.
baseball bats for Mason. Where's Mason? Yay, Mason.
He made him a kaleidoscope.
Made him a kaleidoscope, and
My
he
granddaughter a rocking Rocking horse?
Oh, he made Marlene's granddaughter the aunt, a rocking horse, the only aunt. And he made me wine stoppers. You must know I like wine. So anyways, I'm going to hand the microphone over to Diane, and then after, just come up, introduce yourselves, say how you know Diane, Ron, or the boys, and give a little anecdote, please.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to celebrate Ron's life. I truly believe God had a plan for Ron and I. He knew the years in our lives, knowing we both had to go through tribulations to be stronger for one another, and we were. Ron was everything to me. I miss him with every beat of my heart. From the past 6 years in our lives together, and now during the last 12 months, I've come to realize how very blessed I was by God having Ron in my life. Because God sent me such a beautiful man with so much love. Ron, I know you're watching over us. Family meant so much to you. You loved mine like yours. Laughter, patience, advice, understanding, and fatherly love you showed Brad and Dylan. My beautiful niece, Katrina, that cares, loves, and looks like my mom said to me one day, "You two are crazy together." He's awesome. I want to meet someone just like him one day. For your love for children was like you were feeling my heart. Your eyes just lit up when we saw Madison, Alyssa, and Mason. Your passion and talent for woodworking, every piece was a reflection of yourself, beautiful and unique. I am blessed by your friends you left behind, for they are family now. I will forever be blessed by the days we spent together. You are a beautiful angel of God. I feel your presence each day. I see your heavenly signs. I forever will love you with all my heart, my forever angel. I promise you I will always wear your ring upon my finger and your ring around my neck. For as many times you said, you just had that thing going on, honey. Thank you.
Woo!
Who else would like to say something? Aunt Marlene.
For those of you that don't know me, I'm sure you can tell by my face, I'm Diane's mother's sister. My sister was a dynamic person, okay, and she had a big heart. And when she loved you, she really, really loved you. When she didn't like you, you knew it. Did you not? Yes. So she approved. Everybody, my husband had to pass the test. Steve, you had to pass a test, remember? Isaac, you had to pass several tests. And she called me one day and said, "Guess what?" I said, "What?" "Diane met somebody." I said, "Oh, and I love him." I said, "That fast?" And she said, "Yes, I do." And I thought, maybe my sister's starting to lose it. Well, then I met him. And we all loved him, didn't we, girls? And I guess what I loved the most about that man was his acceptance of all of us, because we can be quite a group together, and his love for my grandchildren, okay? He was very close to my husband and was constantly calling him, and they were conspiring about what they could do next, and the wood and the this and the that, remember? But he was a good guy, and he's going to be missed. He spent his last Christmas Eve at our house because Diane was ill.
And I
he
came to
stopped
my
and
house.
had, And then they went to Mary's house, yes. But he had a nice dinner with us, and he was so happy. And there's not too many people I allow to call me Mar. And he was allowed. He called me Mar, because he heard my husband say it all the time. So he will definitely be missed. He was a big presence in all of our lives. So keep him in your heart and keep Diane in your prayers. Thank you.
He's in the car.
Oh, because they love to talk politics. I don't know if any of you ever talk politics with Ron, but yeah. He could talk politics for a long time, couldn't he? Who else would like to get up? Please.
Why is he in the guy's?
I don't know.
Car or something. He wants a white truck, right? Yeah, he just pulled back in.
Hello, everybody. I'm Will Hine, and I came to Rochester because I met this beautiful woman, Laura, online. I'm a West Sider. I'm a Plymouth guy. I'm one of those. And I made the statement years ago to my friends, I'll never go way out there. And I met her, and it was an easy choice to come way out here. So I had to find, I'm an entertainer. Several of you know I'm a magician, professional magician, and a web developer. And I had to figure out a place to go get my hair cut. So we shopped at Kroger's, and I thought, I'm just going to go into Supercuts, and I found this crazy fun lady, Bianca. I didn't know Diane at all at the time. And Bianca, any of those who know Bianca, she's a character. She's this great lady. And she cuts hair amazingly like Diane does. So she's cutting my hair, and one day she says, "What are you up to?" I said, "Well, I got to build some really cool tricks. I'm building this new show, and I'm really looking for a woodworking guy. And I know you cut hair. If you ever," she goes, "Woodworking guy, her husband." And Diane happened to be sitting cutting hair right next to me when I was doing this, and this is all this magical spiritual connection to Ron. I do believe it was meant to be. So I got to meet Diane, and Diane, I'm thinking, I'm not that familiar around here. I wonder where she is relative to where I am now. She was literally, it was 275 steps from my front yard into Ron's garage. It was exactly 275 steps, and yes I did, in Ron's garage. And so here's this guy who knew woodworking, and whenever you see a magician float a woman, or cut someone's head off, but not kill them, or take something and make it float, there's some stuff going on that you don't see. And to find a fabricator who can get into my head and understand a concept that is not known to a lot of people and build this funky thing that you guys don't see to make something really amazing happen, Ron was the perfect guy to do that. He and I would sit, and I would 275 steps. I was in this wood shop, amazing garage. And it was just it was amazing to be there and see his crafts. I love my wine stopper. Yeah, yes. Yeah, I brought mine too. And he built, these were the beautiful things, like the artwork, the stuff that you don't see that I use when I do my crazy crafts. They're just as talented and just as crazy because he knew how to do it. And the two of us would get our heads together and we'd try stuff and it wouldn't work and he'd change it. And he built amazing things. I now go into a show, into a house with my Wow Kids Magic show, and I have this big case, and it opens up, and everything's ready to perform because of this amazing carriage and presentation box he made for my show. So, and then I got to meet Diane, and I got to meet Brad and Dylan, and these were just friends for life. And I got the call one day, and my crafter, he was he was like a brother. He called me brother. I called him brother. Like everything that was said so far, he was such a wonderful, loving, amazing man. And I will never, ever forget him.
Thank you so much. Oh, I have a story about Chester. How the Chester woodworking came about. Diane, in her silliness, was in the garage working with, watching Ron work and drink his coffee, because we all know he loved coffee. And they were being silly. And then one day she called him Chester. And then because Diane loves to call people different names. She has a name for each of us on her phone. Oh, I can only imagine what she calls me.
You're Darvison.
Oh, I'm Darvison, because I'm a psychologist, so she calls me Darvison. Thank you. Yes.
What am I? Something with a dog.
You're the devil host.
Okay. So anyways, they were being silly, and she called him Chester, and all of a sudden she said, well, Chester, that's a great name for what you do. We'll call it Chester's Workshop. And that's how it came about. So anyone else? Come on, guys. I know that. Okay, good.
And that's that girl.
She's a big talker.
And Juniper.
He likes juniper wood.
I'm Mary, Diane's favorite sister. And I was just going to say, Ron, Diane said she met this guy, and I'm like, who the hell did she meet? I know, Mickey Mouse. And like, it was very difficult not to like Ron. We really wanted to not like him. We really did. But he really screwed that up. We like her first husband a lot too. I think we like her husbands more than we like her. She's got a good knack of picking out good guys. But the one day I had watching YouTube videos, and it became an obsession, and I love to watch these guys that did the wood turning with the wood lathe. And I was just fascinated by it. So I said to my crazy husband, there's a wood lathe for sale, and it's about 100 miles away. And he's like, all right, let's go. So we went and we bought it, and I had it in the garage, and wood lathes are dangerous. I don't know if you've ever spun something like 16,000 RPMs, but these two decided that they were going to just, without any training, start cutting pieces of wood in the garage, and then it was like, somebody's going to die. So I thought, you know what? I don't know if I want that wood lathe around here. So the one day, Ron came over, he's like, oh, you have a wood lathe. He said, I'm really thinking of getting one. Now, I paid $100 for the wood lathe. I probably had $500 worth of accessories that I never used for the wood lathe. And I said, Ron, if you give me $50 and take it, it's yours. And I had no idea that this guy knew what he was doing, because I made a pencil holder. But he made things that are in like multi-million-dollar homes. I did not spark the interest. The man had the talent, and he did metal lathe. So, I mean, he knew what he was doing. But he was an amazing guy. We were really blessed to have him as our brother. He called us sister, and we really, really enjoyed his company. And I like to sing.
Did you mention that he made the box?
He made his urn.
Ron made this box where his ashes are, and we had the little plate made on top, so you can't like get any.
More personal.
I'm not making myself a box. If you don't make the box, then you'll be here next year. So now, Juniper, come on up, sister.
Thank you, sister. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
So I'm Rob's most favorite garage sale customer ever. He was having a garage sale, and I lived in Rochester at the time, and I had never met him before, but I saw that he had woodworking stuff outside of his house, and I'm kind of a hobbyist, and I like to do little wood burning stuff, nothing like this. And I pulled up to his house, and I said, wow, your stuff is really great. Like, I really like your craft. And he goes, well, come on in, I'll show you the garage. And I was like, I don't know you, complete stranger, but I'm going in your garage, and I'm looking at your woodworking stuff. And so then we just struck up a friendship, and I asked him, do you mind showing me some tricks? I've got a couple of projects that I want to work on. And he would spend hours patiently sipping his coffee and making another cup of coffee and another cup of coffee while I was spinning things on that lathe that you bought. And I made some ashtrays that I've sold for like $300-400. The stuff that he taught me I'm going to be using in my own woodworking garage soon. I'm going to get myself a lathe and some other tools, but he
you.
Yeah,
You get about $1,000 worth of stuff. Get
exactly. I'll take it for $50.
it out of here before somebody hurts themselves.
And the juniper came about one day because I was looking at all these different samples of wood that he had up in his garage, and I said, wow, that one's really pretty. What do you call that? And he goes, well, that's juniper, and I think that's going to be your new name from now on. And I was juniper ever since, and I love it. I was devastated to hear that he was gone, so he would want us all to celebrate today, so that's what we're going to try to do. But yeah, just a wonderful person. I've made some of the wine stoppers, and I have a few of them around my house that I made, that he taught me how to make, and I'll remember them every time I have a glass of wine. Thank you.
The day that he passed away, he was in the wood shop when he passed away. We were all out in front, we were all carrying on and whatever. And he used to take the things that he made and put them out every Saturday. And, well, some man stopped and he came up to me and I said, oh, hi. He said, hi, how much do you want for this table? I said, who? That man the man that made that just passed away. Oh my God, he got in the car and ran so fast. But I mean, even up to that moment.
Well, he knew there was a premium on it now.
Yeah, he's a one of a kind.
That was a one of a
I was
kind.
thinking about that when you mentioned the table.
Supply and demand.
Who else?
That's the basic of
Or
accounting.
you go up.
Okay. Who's Janine?
I said she wanted
Oh, okay, so Janine, what?
Make sure I'm in focus. I'm just kidding. Okay. Dee Dee wants me to say something, so here I am, and I don't like talking, so. Should I sing? Don't make me sing. Okay. Anyway, Ron was, okay, I have it all written down because I can't talk off the cuff like my mother. But Ron was seriously one of the best men I've ever known in my life. For so many reasons. He was so talented with his woodworking, as everyone has said a million times. The things he made were so beautiful, and he would always make everyone something personal. He made me a beautiful pen with my name engraved into it that I will cherish forever because I can never find anything with my name because my name is Katrina. And he called me Princess K because I'm so cutesy. And that's my favorite nickname I've ever had because I am a princess. And he was so thoughtful like that. He would make everyone something. Beautiful, beautiful things. And he treated me like I was his own daughter because I called Dee Dee my mama because she's like my second mother. Well, I've got a lot of them here, but... And their house was like an oasis to me, somewhere that I could go free of judgment and full of love.
You got this.
I can't. I'm a Cancer and it's Cancer season. Okay. Well, Ron always told me that I was welcome there anytime I wanted, even if they weren't home, because I'm dramatic and cry and fight with my family, and so I go there and they come and, therapize me. And he even gave me a key. He was like, go anytime, if I'm not home, you can go there, and it made me, like I was crying, and I don't like men, and I love him. Well, I like my dad. But what made him so amazing was the way he treated Dee Dee. He gave her the love that she always deserved because she's so special and she's like a mother to everyone, So she deserved that love that he gave her. And he protected her, he cared for her, he made her laugh, he thought the crazy things she would say were funny, which is very rare. Well, everyone thinks she's funny, but she's crazy. Like, I thought I was the only one that could go along with her crazy things. And he was really her soulmate. And I always tell her that their love is a perfect example to me of what true love and admiration should look like. And it makes me think, one day I can have what they have. And I love you. Woo! Should I sing now? I love you, Mama. And I love Chester forever.
Cool, and before he came into my life, I had, we were a good enough family we lived with Nurse Ratchet, for those who knew my grandmother. She was a little, it could be stressful sometimes, and she was very goofy too, and we all loved her, but, there was some conflict, and Ron came in, and he kind of dissolved all of that. He made us really love each other more than we ever did. and he was our financial backbone once my grandmother passed away, and we had a awesome house on down the street. And probably my favorite memories of him are, my friends telling me, hey, I see your stepdad all the time late at night in the garage with about 1,001 trinkets everywhere, and waking up on Sunday morning and seeing just strangers come up to our driveway and just be like, oh, like, what's this? And just talk to him about all the stuff he's doing. And even on the day he passed away, I came home from the market with some food, and we're like, oh, we're gonna grill this and do that, and yeah, that was it. And so I just I really loved having him. He came into my life, and so
Tell me about the roast beef. how he left the roast beef out, and I wanted to throw it away. He goes, no, there's enough preservatives in there.
Yeah, he was very confident in what he cooked that it would last throughout the night, because him and I would both stay up very late and just kind of leave stuff out. And so yeah, I appreciate everything he's left me with, his crafts and his people skills and the music and records and guitars he's all left for me. And so it's just so touching seeing all the people that he could touch. And I hope someday to do the same. It's a great guy. So.
I don't know who can follow that, but hey, all right, Brad, Diane's oldest son and tallest.
I'm Brett. Ron was the best father figure I had in my life. I grew up without a father, aside from my grandfather, and my aunts and uncles were also like part of my family. And when I first met Ron, I had to pick him up from like his 3-quarter house, and my mom's like, okay, make sure you pick up Ron and not Big Ron. And I'm like, oh, all right, I don't know what Ron looks like at the time. So I'm just standing in the parking lot. Here comes this guy, like, oh, hey, I'm Ron, dating your mom, Like, okay, that's cool. Like, as long as you make her happy, then I won't give a shit, But over the years, knowing Ron, I know that my grandmother always loved him, had him move into our house, and at first everyone was really against it, but once Ron made his food and that, everything, they were more lighthearted and everything. But again, he made my mom smile to the best that I could ever imagine, and that was the most important thing that, that meant to me in my life. One of the good memories I had with Ron was when he had his heart monitor on and he was going through the house. I offered to make him breakfast, made my brother breakfast, mom breakfast, everything. And I made bacon, I made eggs, made like toasted buns and everything. And I'm like, hey Ron, you want me to make you a breakfast, like a bacon breakfast sandwich? He's like, yeah, just leave the bacon there. I'm like, okay, do you want eggs with it? No, just bacon. I'm like, all right, are you sure? It's like, yeah. I'm like, Ron, you're wearing a heart monitor. Yeah. Doing a bacon sandwich, greasing it, deep frying it, Ron.
I got it too, really good. A little butter.
Yeah, but I know Ron's always going to be with me, with us in our hearts and our memories, the good times and the very few bad times. But yeah, he was the best father I ever had. And yeah.
DJ is
Your other godchild.
is my godchild, but also our sister Mary's son.
My leg's asleep. I'm not.
That's what they all think. It's dead on, honey.
Press the thing.
So this is actually my brother, cause he's a little shy. So I'm gonna read this for him. It says, "My name's Nick. I'm Diane's godson. My aunt has not had an easy life. She has the biggest heart out of anyone I've ever met, and I've never seen her as happy as when she was with Ron. He made her shine in the light She has never shined before. I know a piece of her is with Ron. God bless him and rest in peace. And then for me, I think a man's legacy is when he's gone and not when he's here. I think Ron has had a huge legacy on Brad and Dylan and on my aunt. And yeah, I really appreciate him, and God bless him. And I know he's looking down on us in heaven, so thank you.
Okay, I'm just going to share a couple quotes that kind of made me think about Ron. Some people come into our lives and go quickly, while some leave footprints on our hearts, and we're never the same. Ron left us way too soon, and he definitely left footprints on our hearts, to all who knew him and loved him, and especially to his family, Diane and Brad and Ron. Or Dylan. I know I was going to make a mistake eventually. Okay, and this, my last quote, it's my age. I'm surprised I can even see this. You guys might even, I don't know who watches Blue Bloods, but this is a Blue Bloods quote, and it's really kind of fitting. You know, Blue Bloods, that drama on TV that old people watch, yeah. I'm old, so. Tom Selleck? Tom Selleck, yeah. Okay, so we're all passing time and occupying our chairs very briefly. The time we had with Ron was a gift, and we're all better that he occupied his chair so well. And I think that pretty much summed it up. The last thing I want to say is, above all, Ron was about love. Love your family, love the country. He was very patriotic. Very patriotic. Yes, he loved flags. But most of all, Ron was about his family, Diane and the two stepsons. So when you leave here today, please think about them and send her text now and then. Because unfortunately, I know what Diane's going through. I lost my husband at an early age. And it's lonely. And people go home after people die and they go into their busy lives, and we understand that, but we're still living with the loss of that person. And as you can see today, Ron loved a lot of people and really touched a lot of people, and he would want you to love and remember his family.
And we do appreciate all of you coming, and thank you for being a wonderful support to our sister.
Well, on Facebook Messenger, he said, Diane, I know you're tired. I'm tired too. Go to bed. And being stubborn, I went, no. And he goes, I'll sing you a lullaby. I said, what would you sing? He goes, Harvest Moon by Neil Young. I have never heard Neil Young sing before. Never heard him. I thought he was an old bard. I don't know. And so on our first date at the Rochester Park, he brought his guitar and sang, and I heard the very first time, Harvest Moon by Neil Young. My son is here to sing this song, sing Harvest Moon by Neil Young. When Dylan asked Ron, what song can I sing like at campfires? He goes, you know what? If you sing Harvest Moon.
That's not the story.
No.
All the girls are going
No, I was trying to learn it because a lot of my friends liked that song and I discovered it, and I was playing it with his guitar there in my room, and he passes me in the hallway and he stops and he points and looked like he was about to kill me. He's like, if you play that song for any girl, they'll be dying to get in your pants.
I made a little bit more calm.
Come a little bit closer, hear what I have to say. Just like children sleeping, we can dream this night away. But now a full moon's rising. Let's go out We know where the music's playing. Let's go out and feel the night. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon. I'm gonna try a little something here.
Woo!
Beautiful.
When we were strangers, I watched you from afar. When we were lovers, I loved you with all my heart. But now it's getting late, and the moon is climbing high. I wanna celebrate, see it shining in your eyes. I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon. I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon.
Good job.
When's the concert?
I'm not that good at it. Come and do it together.
I was singing the whole time.
That little kid.
Plays all these songs up there.
One way. Hold on.
What you got to say, girl?
The day after Ron and I met, he played this for me on Facebook Messenger.
Another song?
No.
Or the Harvest Moon?
What song did he play?
In my life.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're gonna sing now?
I love it.
Yes, you
We're
are.
all going to together.
No, well, we can all sing. We all know these words.
Come on.
Okay.
We all know
I
the words.
think-
All right, we don't know. We'll follow you with the microphone. Come on, Steve.
It's a nice kid.
Yeah, it's a good job. You're gonna help him too, right? You're gonna sing too, right?
Now, I can't get up there like that.
Well, because you're old.
I'll sing. Come on, Dylan. Yeah, he goes.
Get their musical talents from me.
Mary, you can sing it.
There are places I remember.
What, don't I get to sing it there? You guys gotta come over here.
Places I remember.
Get it on your phone.
All my life. Some have changed.
faces have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love them all. Come on, everybody. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one who compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never ever lose affection for people and things that met before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Now what?
That's the end of the song.
In my life, I love you
Hold on, there was one song nobody knew that Ron really liked, okay?
Oh, God.
Country Road. We're gonna sing Country Road. Look it up on your phone. You ready, everybody? Get on your phone. All the lyrics. You ready? Oh, come on.
Dylan, are you in the right key?
Almost heaven.
No.
West Virginia.
That's not helpful. Yes, it does.
Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River.
Like that.
Yeah.
I know Denver. I'm 58.
Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads,
Oh, my.
all the memories gather round her. Modest lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, makes a taste of moonshine, wrapped in my eyes. Country roads, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, my mama, take me home. Country roads.
We got one more song.
One more song. Get your phone ready.
But hold on, this one's for my aunt. So let me. I've been practicing it. This is for this is for Aunt Diane.
I've been waiting so long.
Dee Dee, don't you love this song?
What song?
It is.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you?
You know, I can actually play
Well,
this
it
song.
goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift.
We're too high.
You can't. Hold on. Let's just restart. Real slow.
Where's Dylan?
Hallelujah.
Okay.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Your faith was strong.
She tied me to her kitchen chair.
Oh my God.
Beauty in the moonlight.
Overthrew ya. Come on.
She tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your kitchen chair. And from your lips she grew at hallelujah.
enjoy it.
Here before.
I've seen this